Hey, it's Michelle, Truth and Integrity Warrior. I got all this stuff on my face, trying to help fix my face. It is what it is. It's hard to do videos when you look like shit and you make skincare, to help people who are going through a very serious problem. It's hard to put your face on a screen and tell people how to help themselves when you're going through some real serious shit. I don't know another word for what I want to talk about today. A lot of people don't talk about this stuff because either one, they don't know what's going on, two, nobody's going to believe them, and it's hard to believe for oneself that's actually going through it. And what is that stuff I want to talk about? It's kind of the stuff I'm always posting about, or I started posting about, and that's these nanofibers that are responsive fibers, meaning technology inside of material that is responsive to frequencies. And you can see it in the new Mercedes, where you can remote control, change the color of your car. You can remote control pretty much anything that these fibers are laced in. And they're using it right now with paint. You can do it through painting homes and painting cars. So that's the newest and latest technologies that are coming out right now. The problem is it's in our bodies. Some way, somehow, it's coming into our bodies. Going back to the video, left off with some way, somehow these fibers are getting into our bodies. There's a lot of people who are out there explaining how it's getting into our body. There's a lot of professionals out there telling you how they're putting it in your body and how it's in our products, how it's in our atmosphere. And we're just not paying attention because we're just not paying attention. I don't even want to get into that. But trust me, this thing has got my attention. Got the attention on my face, got a hold of my face and my body, where I have to work very hard to detoxify on a regular basis. The reaction that these frequencies that are coming out of this higher, I guess you'd say, higher level of radiation, higher level of microwave frequencies that are coming from the cell towers. So the cell towers are now at a higher level where these fibers that are in our bodies, and I mean everybody can say, oh, it's not me, I'm perfect, I work out, I do this, I do that, I'm Mr. or Mrs. Health Fitness, or whatever you want to say. This is a global situation. It's a human situation. It's a life force situation. And when I say that, is life force literally is being sucked and dry out of everything just everything in our world. We can see it happening. I got another video that talks about that, and I'm not going to get into that. But this is something that I'm going to do my best to try to explain and make it where it makes some sense. So these frequencies coming from 5G, which California is working very hard to create legislation to get 5G out of California, because the damages it's already caused, the damages that it already states it does to skin, it already has warnings that 5G causes damage to the cellular structure, can penetrate and the cell through the water, and our cells are made of water. That would mean all life forms, right? All life forms that have cells, it can affect. And that it can penetrate the skin, that it can cause damage to eyes and respiratory systems. So if that's what we do know, and that's what they do share, what is it that we don't know? Well, I do know that I literally pull fibers and material out of my face. And the closer I am to a cell tower, the closer I am to this phone. I'm about to get rid of this phone. I'm going to do a video on how I got rid of my cell phone. I'm working on that. I'm going to go old school. I'm going to do answering machine. I'm going to go 80s. I'm going to figure out how to get all that done. As soon as I do, I'll post that with a video recorder. No, I don't want any more radiation. My face has had it. Going back, 5G. 11 states in the United States have 5G, and they're trying to get it across the board, all states. Here, Mexico, not all this. I'm in Mexico right now. I'm in my town of Venado, San Luis Potosí. We have 5G. Holy shit. I left California to come to Venado to find 5G. That's another story. It wasn't 5G when I left Venado to go to California for a while. I said, I gotta get the fuck out of California because they got 5G and it's tearing my world apart. So I'm going back home. I'm going back to my little town in the middle of nowhere. And fuck, I found 5G. Oh shit. In the middle of nowhere in Mexico. So they're putting this across the board everywhere. They want it global. They want it globally. I'm not going to get into any debates because it's not debatable. This is a matter of fact. This is what's happening. If anybody says that they saw a debunking show or a paid program that said that they debunked that this can actually happen, you should be embarrassed and shouldn't tell anybody that that's where you got your information, because that shit's embarrassing. I'm only saying that because I actually met people who say, oh, I saw on a debunking show that what you're saying is a lie. That shit's embarrassing. If you're getting your resource information from a paid program and don't know what a paid program means, it means somebody can pay to put their information out. These big corporations, multinational corporations that are the mainstream, they own the mainstream of everything: education, music, medicine, government, all that. All those things are run by a corporation. That's another show for another day. But going back, these frequencies coming from these cell towers, this fifth generation is what 5G stands for, is so strong that these fibers are responding to the field that it's sending out. It's responding to whatever wavelength is coming out, and it's coming out of our skin. And I don't think we're people like myself, we're supposed to show signs of this. And if we did show signs of it, people are calling people crack addicts or crazy. No crack addict. I'm not crazy. Things are what they are, and it is what it is. And now what are we going to do about it? So for those who want to debate and argue, you can do that on your own. Please don't write me, tell me, or explain to me how this is not happening. This is for people trying to understand what is happening. These fibers, you can find these fibers that they're calling nanoparticles, that they're putting into your vitamin water, that they're putting into your yogurts. Not yours, ours. I shouldn't say yours. Act like I'm not part of this world. They're putting into our food and our beverages, and they're putting it in technology for medicine, and it's just in everything. It's in the air we breathe. There's ways to actually see these fibers. You put out the cleanest black material you want outside of your house for a day or two, you'll find all those fibers just layered on top of your black cloth, your perfect clean black cloth. Get a piece of tape, clean that black cloth, take a picture of it, video, whatever you want to show that there's nothing on it. Put it outside for a couple days, see what you get. And you can go get those analyzed if you want. You can find blue and red wires inside. Now these blue and red wired fibers, one of many different particles that are in the atmosphere and in our foods that we're eating, they're in our system, they're in our body. And the problem with having responsive material in the body, that it responds to frequencies. Oh shit, we got a problem. We got cell towers everywhere. They're sending out artificial frequencies. I say artificial because frequencies aren't the problem. When you got nature, that's its natural frequencies from our bodies. All those things are natural frequencies, and they work, and they're cohesive, and they work together, right? There's a harmony, there's a balance. But then when you got artificial frequencies that can be controlled on command, and that shit's in our body, we got to start thinking. And if it's too big to think about, too crazy to think about, well, stop thinking about it and go back to what you do. This is for people who do want to think about it, or who are living it and want to know more about it and try to understand what's going on. Where do we go? I'm not great at these videos. I'm doing my best. I even have a hard time trying to post it, only because I don't know how to do it, or I need somebody to help me. Where are we going back? Sorry about the Just trying to stay on track and focus. I'm going to eventually be doing more videos. I found somebody who's going to do the video part, the editing part, and I'm just going to do the speaking part, the getting the information out part. If anybody wants to know more about how to help yourself, you got Tony Pantaresco from Canada. If it wasn't for that man, I wouldn't know how to help myself. I'd be looking like a zombie. And if I look bad right now to you and you think this is bad, this is a miracle for me. It's a miracle that I've gotten this well in this short of time with the information I've learned from Mr. Tony Pantaresco. I'm very grateful to, and the information that I know myself on how to make products. I make natural skincare. I've been doing it before I had this problem. I had impeccable skin. I didn't even need to wear makeup. And I'm not bragging, but I am now defining the difference between going from impeccable skin to my face just getting shredded, like shredded, the day I ordered a 5G modem in my sister's house. I ordered that knowing that it had those side effects, those possible effects. We got the gas guy in Mexico. The gas guy honks the horn till everybody comes and gets gas. I'm gonna do a conclusion video.